Welcome back to TV25's Real Estate Masters. I'm David Johnston. My co-host is Tamika Bryant. And today we're live on location in Lenexa, Kansas at Arbor Lake Subdivision, a Round Rock community. Our special guest today is Randall Peterson with the Kansas Real Estate School. Welcome back, Randall.
Thank you.
Right before break, you were telling us a little bit about your background and your love for real estate and corporate training and kind of how you've been able to merge those two into one, and you've set up the Kansas Real Estate School. Can you tell us what's going to differentiate the Kansas Real Estate School from maybe other service providers that are out there in doing the training in real estate?
Okay. When you try to look at differentiators, you know, what sets you apart in the market, and you're looking at curriculum and course material that's going to be the same wherever you go based on state regulations, then it really comes down to service. I mean, it comes down to how you interact with customers. You know, going the extra mile sounds cliche, but like one of the things that we're focusing on, even though it's not a part of the initial launch, when it comes to CE courses, you have a real estate license, you have that mandatory continuing education component that everybody has to do year to year. And usually it's the same courses, it's routine, it's mundane. And so you get a lot of people who put it all off to the last minute and then run out to try to get the 12 hours in to be able to, to renew their license. What we want to do is we want to look for CE course opportunities that are unique, that are different. Something that's not being offered by somebody else. So that's going to mean writing and developing some courses as well, you know, that are then approved by the state, so that it's not just your cookie cutter, same thing over and over again. And
lead-based paint disclosure.
Yeah, and simply by making that statement to agents, we're already getting all kinds of different ideas and input. What about a class doing this or a class doing that?
What are some of those?
Well,
what are the agents asking for?
They're asking for more detail.
Free food?
They're asking for free food.
Free food.
They're asking for more detailed information, like in areas like you can take a course at the association in new home construction, but there's so much more to learn related to that area. This morning I had a gentleman, after we made our announcement in Lawrence, he came up to me and really wants to know more about commercial. Wants to, you know, doesn't really understand, well, why does there have to be a whole separate division, you know, and that information is protected, or so things like that are the ideas that people are coming up with. I mean, we have a great deal through the association to be able to get free CE classes. Sure. So that's a huge attraction. So if we're going to offer CE classes that someone is going to pay for, then you better add additional value.
They better be good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be better than good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you have to, for me, especially being, when I first started in the business, going to the classes were great, but it also, now you're up against online classes. And what we lose when we do the online class is the networking that happens in the class. And so being able to do that on site, at your office, wherever your school is, will your school travel at all, or will you be stationary?
The long-term vision is to travel, and that's one reason we chose the name Kansas Real Estate School. Because the entire state, although there are other opportunities for training, but it's not nearly as comprehensive as it could be.
Right.
So we're starting with the Diamond Partners office, Keller Williams. We are then looking to expand by offering classes to other brokerages, and always to the public at large, but to agents from other brokerages. At that point in time, when you talk about travel, we've already talked about looking to to have a more neutral facility. Because if XYZ brokerage has any apprehension about sending, their
Right.
agents to Keller Williams for training, that we're gonna look at that opportunity as well. We want to add variety to the schedule. We decided to start with evening classes because so many people want to keep their day job while they're just getting started. But we'll add weekend classes. We'll do daytime classes as well. And then, as I said initially, branch out beyond the metro area to other areas of Kansas, and kind of taking the show on the road.
Right. Now, one thing I know that's unique that Randall has not mentioned is that so far the instructors and the people who run and manage and own the school are also licensed and practicing.
Yes.
So that makes a huge difference when you compare it to other schools. And of course, I'm viewing schools all over the country, and a lot of the instructors at those schools are not practicing, have not practiced, don't know what's going on in the last 5 years and what has shifted in the market and that kind of thing. And so to have people who were on the front line teaching,
Yes.
who are also, when they're finished classes, probably going to list a house or help a buyer, that makes it real world experience right in front of the classroom.
Certainly.
So I'm excited just to see how that evolves there and to learn more about, who you guys will have on staff and that kind of thing as it evolves. So, I didn't mean to jump in on his piece, but that was one thing I knew that was differentiating him from, other schools that were out there. And so right now, are you guys set up your website? I know you're in the beginning stages, and that's one of the things why we're, bringing you on, because we do want everyone in Kansas and Missouri to know that this school is going to be on site soon and able to serve them.
Absolutely. Our initial classes will start October 12th, so coming up very soon. And we're starting with evening classes. We'll do pre-license classes the first 2 weeks. Then we'll have a 2-week break in the schedule for people to then go and do their testing, and then have the post-license courses coming up in November. And then we are working right now on the first quarter schedule and laying everything out. We have January, February dates for another evening class. We have a daytime class scheduled first quarter. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, very good. We're gonna take another short break. You're watching Real Estate Masters on TV25. We'll be right back. Thank you.